Hey guys, it's Melanie. Hope your day is off to a fantastic start and welcome back to another episode of how on earth did it take me this long to try this particular fragrance from Bath & Body Works featuring Tiki Beach. You guys, how did I sleep on this for years? I really think that this particular scent has been out at Bath & Body Works for a number of years. I'm sure the Bath & Body Works historians can definitely let us know exactly how long it's been around. But I know that I have seen this fragrance at my local store multiple times during multiple summers, and I never once thought to even pick it up and stick my nose in it. And man, that was a massive mistake, because now that I am in my coconut era, I just cannot get enough of all of the coconut fragrances. And this Tiki Beach will 100% be a repurchase for me for this summer. In fact, there are a number of candles that, despite their burn quality not necessarily being top notch, that I will definitely be repurchasing for June, July, August, that kind of time frame. Because I think as far as coconut scents go, I really think that Bath & Body Works kind of has the market cornered on those particular scents at this point in time, at least for me. If you have any other suggestions for either very sweet or even very musky coconut-based fragrances, please leave your suggestions for me down below in the comments, because this is the trend that I'm on. I'm trying to find the perfect passion fruit fragrance and as many of the perfect coconut scents that I can gather. So please do give me your suggestions. Anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and get into Tiki Beach. Happy to report that this one is still available on the website, and actually in this particular packaging as well. I'm actually borderline tempted to pick this up in the Wallflowers. I have not purchased the Wallflowers in years. So here's another question for those of you that are maybe more regular users of the Wallflowers. How are they performing these days? I feel like for a while there, when I was buying the Wallflowers, I could smell them for about the first week, and then I just stopped smelling them. I don't think it was a situation of becoming nose blind. I just kind of feel like they stopped working. And I really don't think that it was my warmers that I was using, because I actually did go buy a newer warmer just to make sure that, you know, there wasn't something wrong with the older ones that I had. Not that those were like, you know, super frequently used either. I don't know, how long is a Wallflower supposed to last even? But yeah, like I feel like they dudded out fairly quickly, and I really haven't revisited in a long time. But I really do like the aspect of having, you know, just that continual fragrance going. So if you have any feedback currently on the Wallflowers, please fill me in on that as well. But anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and get into Tiki Beach here. So I picked this up a couple months ago and have sort of slowly been working my way through it. I feel like I've been kind of nursing it along because I haven't wanted it to end, even though I'm fully aware that I'll probably be able to pick this up throughout most of the summer. But I don't know. I don't have a coupon right now, and there haven't been any good sales. So I think that's one of the reasons why I've been nursing it along a little bit. But let's go ahead and go through the fragrance notes here. So they say that this smells like a dreamy beach vacation. The fragrance notes are pretty straightforward. Warm vanilla musk, orchids, and toasted coconut. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is such a lovely coconut concoction. I think it's probably actually, I don't know, I can't decide between the coconut vanilla surf, the last Bath & Body Works candle I reviewed, and this one, in terms of which one do I love more. But I feel like today I'm leaning towards this being my favorite out of the two. So what do I get here? It is definitely a musky coconut scent. It kind of reminds me almost of a suntan lotion type of coconut scent. It's definitely, it leans a little bit more perfumey than it does edible, if you will, in terms of the coconut. And I think that the vanilla musk note in here is really where we're getting that muskiness from, not so much from the coconut. I do find it interesting that they say toasted coconut, because again, I really don't think this smells like an edible coconut at all. I don't think that was necessarily the intention, but I feel like this is more of a like perfumey approach to coconut. I just don't detect anything like toasted about this, if you will. It's fine. Obviously, I love it the way that it is. And that orchid note really kind of imbues this with just a little touch of like almost a tropical floral note, but it's really in the background of the fragrance for me. This to me is more of that vanilla musk and that suntan lotion, like typical kind of coconut scent. And I love it so much, you guys. I cannot get enough of this one. It just makes my heart so happy. And again, I'm a little annoyed with myself for not discovering this one sooner, because I feel like I should have been loving this for years at this point, but especially now that I'm really interested in coconut scents, this one has made its way to the top of my repurchase list for sure. In terms of the strength and throw, I only find it to be like just barely a 7. So I would say kind of like between a 6.5 and a 7. It tends to fluctuate a little bit. Certain days I feel like it's a little bit lighter. Other days I feel like I can smell it a little bit more. But between a 6 and a 7 is kind of where I would put the strength. I would put the throw at roughly about there as well. It's absolutely a room filler. It spills out of the room wherever I have it. I have moved this one all around the house over the last several weeks that I've had it. I have had it in hurricanes. I have had it in candle sleeves. I really kind of feel like the performance is roughly the same, no matter if it's in a hurricane or whether it's just burning on a pedestal like I have it here today. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily needs a hurricane. I'm not sure it improves much, but I mean, if you want to toss it in a hurricane, you might get a little bit more out of it. But overall, I'm just really pleased with this one. In terms of the burn performance, I will say this one does seem to burn pretty hot and fast. It doesn't have the super thick wicks, but the wicks are definitely quite sturdy on this one. And I noticed that the wax really kind of dissipates quickly. So this is one where I have limited the burn to about 2 hours at a time instead of my usual like 3.5 for my Bath & Body Works candles, because I have found that the wicks just get long really quickly, and that is causing a lot of that carbon residue from the wicks to fall back into the wax. Now, I've caught it early enough to where it hasn't really damaged the fragrance overall. I'm someone who personally finds that when you get a lot of that carbon residue into your wax and it starts to become more of like that kind of ugly gray color, I think to my nose, it affects the fragrance. I just start to smell a little bit of that sootiness, I think. And I just don't love that. So this is one that I do have to babysit just a little bit, but because it's so yummy, I think it's worth it to me. But let me give you guys an overhead shot. I did just light this right before filming this video. It may not be fully pulled out, but I trimmed the wicks very, very short with each burn. I mean, to the point where sometimes I'm like, is this too much? But it really never is too much. The wicks get long just within 2 hours. So I feel like it's almost necessary to trim the wicks on this one pretty aggressively. But let's go ahead and take an overhead look here. You can kind of start to see, especially on this side over here, you see that little band of discoloration. That is that carbon residue that, you know, if I don't catch this within a couple of hours, that starts to, I guess, form or build or however you want to put it. But I don't know, you guys, it's so good. Honestly, I cannot get enough of this one, and I love it so much. If if you have never tried this one and you are looking for some musky coconut scents, I just feel like this would be a pretty safe choice for most people. So overall, I can't really give it enough thumbs up, especially just based off the fragrance profile. I think the performance is like, yeah, you know, it could be better, but I will buy this as long as it's available this summer and following summers. If I can get a good deal on it, it's just, oh, it's so good. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on Tiki Beach in the comments down below. This is still available at, on the Bath & Body Works website, I guess I should say. So I'll link it down below, but I'm sure you also have it available at your local stores. So if you, like me, have been a silly goose and just walked past this one like 150 times, stop and smell it. I'm telling you, it is, it's also, I think what I really like about this one especially is that it smells exactly like the cold sniff when it's lit. So I think it's a really accurate representation on cold sniff of what you're gonna get once you actually start lighting this in your home. So bravo, I cannot give it enough thumbs up. Thank you, Bath & Body Works. And yeah, if there's anything else that I'm sleeping on, let me know. All right, there is one more candle review coming a little bit later on today from Kringle. It's one of the latest reserve drops. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you are subscribed with that little red subscribe button right below this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.